Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, welcome and thank you so much for selecting this video to watch. My name is Corni and I post mommy videos, but right now I'm focusing on my pregnancy vlog because there's just not enough time in the day to do all the videos that I want to, but I'm sure I'll get to them soon. So this is my 23rd week pregnancy update, and I say this every week and I sound like a broken record, but I cannot believe that the time is going as fast as it is, and it's brought along a lot of fears that I have for the upcoming birth, for being a mom of two under two, or just being a mom of two, period. I mean, those are really scary thoughts that I'm struggling with, that I'm dealing with, and yeah, it's just a big reality check of like what my life is going to be like, because before I dive into like week 23 and all the pregnancy wonders that is happening inside my body, it took me a while to take to motherhood. I wasn't immediately a mom or excited about being a mom. This sounds awful and I've mentioned it previously, but I've had some struggles with postpartum depression and depression in general, and so for me, I feel like I've just gotten bit of my life back, and this again sounds very selfish, but you mustn't forget that you're also a person and you're also entitled to a life. Yes, you chose to create a life and to bring this child up in this world, but you are entitled to a life, and I'm not going to feel bad for saying that, because it will just make me an awful person, which I'm not. I hope. So yes, I've just gotten a little tiny bit of my life back, and now I'm starting all over again. However, I will not take anything back. I love that little toddler sleeping upstairs so much that if you take her out of my life would be incomplete. So with that being said, I am excited for what's to come, but I'm also fearful and I'm also apprehensive as to how I'm going to react with two babies under two. Okay, but enough about that. So 23 weeks pregnant, it's really exciting. Lots is happening inside. So yes, I'm expecting a girl, and I'm just looking at my notes here. So baby's the size of a large mango. Like, that is a very distinct, something that I know the size of, and to know that there's like a large mango inside me where there wasn't a large mango before is crazy for the second time. Wow, so that's pretty cool. So apparently peristalsis is starting to happen. Like, she's starting to swallow in utero. I think it's just what do you call it? Just the water, amniotic fluid, that she's swallowing, and then her body is learning how to actually move that along. So that's a very cool part, because I mean, we all need to eat and we all need to drink, so it's important that her body learns how to do that, and is what's happening this week, which is super cool. That's about all that my app said that she's busy doing. I'm sure there's other developmental things. However, I can see my baby kick. It's not, I can actually see her kick. If I look at my tummy and I know she's kicking, I can see the movement, and for me that's quite early. For Celine, I could only start seeing that, I think, 27, 28 weeks. I don't know if it's because I'm a lot skinnier now. I've had 2 bouts of illnesses, stomach flus and whatever. So that didn't help with the weight gain, loss. I don't know which way. But that's, you know, I can see the kicks a lot more prominent and clearly and a lot earlier than my previous pregnancy. So that's interesting. And yeah, she's like going insane in there. She's having the best time, and which is great. If she's gonna be another little dancer, I wouldn't mind. That would be amazing. So my cravings have been carrots and carrot juice. So they say that it might be a sign of anemia, so I should up my iron intake. But it's really good for you because it's got lots of antioxidants, and it's got vitamin A and calcium and folate and potassium and magnesium and all of those things that, well, a pregnant woman needs in, you know, like big quantities of, especially the folate and the calcium and potassium. So that's, I mean, it's a good thing. However, I did read something that too much carrot juice can actually make my skin go orange. So I really hope that does not happen, because that will be a little strange. So yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. But I also don't drink copious amounts. It's I don't have a juicer, so I am reliant to go to the shops and finding a juice. So yeah, for those of you who are mothers, we don't get out a lot, and if I buy a juice, I have to share my juice with her, and I'm loving my juice at the moment. So I'm not having too many of them, but when I do, it's super yummy. Like super. Well, a weird pregnancy thing that I've been experiencing is, and I've felt it for the last 2 or 3 weeks now, is my inner thighs. It feels like the muscles are just loose, but it's like painful. I can feel the movements, and especially, sorry for the TMI, if I sit on the toilet, if I have a wee, it feels like everything is just, how am I gonna say this so that you understand? It just feels like heavy. Everything down there just feels heavy. Now I've had that a feeling probably from like 33 weeks onwards in my last pregnancy, when my downstairs area would actually be painful when I was walking. Like I would want to hold it. This sounds so strange, but like, you know, when your belly is sore, I'm sure you've experienced round ligament pains if you are pregnant, if you are at this stage in your second trimester. Like it sometimes just feels a little bit better if you hold your belly. Now obviously you can't hold yourself in public, but sometimes I just feel like I want to do that because it's painful, it hurts, I can feel it, and that's a really, really strange pregnancy thing. And I know it has to do with all the muscles loosening, and you know, that we have this hormone that's also, you know, letting everything go and so on. So yeah, that's not a fun thing that I'm experiencing at the moment. But I do hope I haven't had any lightning crotch, come to think of it. Goodness me, that was awful, and I hope it stays away, because that is just the worst. And for me, again, every time I went to the toilet, whether it was for a wee or whatever, I would get lightning crotch, and I wouldn't know what to do or where to go or how to scream, because it was so intense and painful. But yes, okay, anyway, so I haven't had any lightning crotch. I'm just feeling that heaviness down there. I also think it's because baby is really low. When my midwife checked me, I hope I didn't mention this in the last video, when my midwife checked me, like my belly is up, like right under my boobs already, but baby is down very, very low, and she never kicks up here. She's always below 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 my belly button line, definitely. Yeah, so another thing is just the fear of the birth, because I am planning a home birth. For being in a hospital, you do have a lot of guidance. I say guidance because with you know, like, because I don't feel like they gave me, or I'm speaking personally now, I'm not going to generalize, because there are wonderful hospitals and wonderful OBGYNs who take great care of women in labor and yes, during childbirth. So the hospital where I was at in Qatar, they did not let me feel what I was supposed to feel. Even though I didn't have any pain medication, I had a completely natural vaginal delivery. However, I was on my back, so I was experiencing a lot of other pain that could have been avoided had I been in an optimal position to give birth. Read up about this if it's the first time you're hearing about it. Women should not give birth on their backs. It is not optimal unless you feel during labor that you want to go lie on your back, and probably 9 out of 10 times you will not feel like that. People want to go forward on all fours, sit, squat, hang, stand even. You get really weak, but you just find that strength somewhere. And I was not allowed to feel what I needed to feel to help my labor progress naturally. It did. So I made a whole video, a long video, about my birth story in Qatar. And so yes, my fear is just because I'm going to be at home. I have a doula. She's a wonderful lady. I have a midwife, also wonderful, and I have my husband who's been through this with me once before. And I'm hopefully going to get my mom here to take care of Celine, because that's another fear I have, is what am I going to do with my little toddler until my mom gets here. My mom lives in Johannesburg. We are down in Cape Town. It's a problem. So just all these fears that are creeping up, and that I have to get out of my system, because I need to sleep at night. So I'm just sharing with you so that if anyone else is feeling like, oh my gosh, another birth is dawning on them, and what are they feeling and freaking out about, you're not alone. I'm freaking out about it too, quite a lot actually, and I'm just taking steps to make sure that my planning is right, that we have all the equipment that we need for home, that my home is settled in nicely. We moved in a couple of months ago, that's why walls are still bare. I do have scatter cushions, but you can't see this in this frame. So I'm just really trying to make it a homey environment so that we're settled before baby number 2 arrives. And also a name. I haven't thought of a name. If you have a really cute name that isn't as popular or well known, please comment, because I am at a loss. I am looking for baby names through books and the internet, and I'm just not finding one that stands out like Celine did to me. Celine was a really special name that I've always wanted to name my daughter, and my husband luckily, fortunately, he said, okay, well, I'm not going to take that away from you, we can name her Celine. And I don't have a second name. I know we still have time, but it's just so, if anyone has a really cute name, girl name, please comment. I'd love to hear your suggestions. I really would. So yeah. Oh, I want to show you something. I was at an expo this weekend, and I got these cute little ones. Well, it's like a onesie, baby grow, but it's open in the back with an elastic so that you don't have to take baby, like undress baby completely when you change her nappy. I just think it's so cute, and it says mini mom. And then I got this one, and I got Selena matching one too. It says cuter version of dad. So yeah, that's awesome. And the same thing. Yeah, so I got those for my baby. They're new, they're not secondhand. Okay, let me show you my belly. Oh, so yeah, I think I've grown this week. Feels like she's moved. It's a lot more out. Yeah, I'm still doing the little the little hack. But yeah, so I still moisturize and make sure that I put on bio oil every night. That's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm still new to all the editing and things, and it will get better, I promise, and I'll get some new lights in so that I'm not in the dark when I speak to you in the evening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, everyone, and see you all for another pregnancy update next week. Bye.